Okay, so for my second CCR, I decided to do a little cooking video. I'm making some pasta and steak for my family, and the question I'm gonna be answering is, how does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? Okay, so for this project, we were really intentional about how we engage the audience from the start, because Runaway is a thriller. Engagement mainly comes from suspense and like unanswered questions. So instead of explaining everything, we structured the opening so the audience has to actively piece things together. So, like, for example, when the brother encounters the kidnapper, nothing really dramatic happens in that moment. It feels normal, which actually makes it more unsettling. The subtle tension keeps viewers thinking, like, was that important? You know? I feel like the biggest engagement moment is when we shift perspectives from following the kidnapper instead of the brother. That change gives the audience information that the protagonist doesn't have. And when we reveal that the sister's in the trunk, it kind of creates shock, but also dramatic irony. And now the audience knows that the danger is real, and that creates more anxiety because we're waiting for the brother to realize it too. So that emotional gap between what the audience knows and what the character knows keeps the viewers invested. We also try to engage the audiences through pacing. We didn't really rely on like fast action or loud sound effects. Instead, the tension builds gradually. So like small details like the brother's serious phone call, or like the text message to the quote unquote boss suggests that there's something bigger happening. And that hint of like a larger criminal network encourages the audience to imagine what comes next, which is important for an opening sequence. The goal was not to resolve anything, but to make people want to continue watching, and I feel like we nailed that. In terms of target audience, I feel like the film would most likely appeal to teenagers and young adults who enjoy thrillers with mystery and crime elements. The themes of family loyalty and danger are emotionally relatable, but the suspense keeps it intense. Since the protagonist is young and active, it makes it easier for a younger audience to connect with him. And with all that being said, if Runaway were distributed as a real media product, I feel like it would likely be released on streaming platforms rather than in cinemas or in movies, especially because modern thriller audiences often consume content digitally. So, for example, a platform like Netflix would be realistic, since it distributes a lot of crime and suspense based films aimed at a younger demographic. Um, Marketing would focus heavily on digital promotion. Teaser trailers could be posted on either Instagram or TikTok, things that are currently trending, especially since the short clips highlighting the trunk reveal or the tense encounter between the brother and the kidnapper would really keep an audience engaged. So overall, our product engages audiences by creating mystery, using dramatic irony, and building tension through perspective shifts rather than action.